Hi guys, so today I want to try out the Gatefold collection I picked up recently from Tonic Studios. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. I do want to make mention today, they've already launched their Wednesday deals. I don't know how quickly I can get this video up, but they have, I think I already saw that the mystery bag was sold out, but they have another thing called a goodie bag, and it's a really great price. You can see what's in it, and then maybe that works out for you. They have some sentiments, dies, and then of course, you know, several other things, but those are the few things that I would really focus on. I can hear my printer, it's still going. I was gonna wait for it to stop, but either way, hopefully I can get this video done pretty quickly so that you can get in on some of those if you haven't noticed that the Wednesday deals are already available. So I was looking at these, again, I bought the big kit. It does come with these 4 packs of paper, the Cosmic Copper, the Navy Blue, the Coral Confetti, which we just love, and the Warm Dahlia. Really beautiful colors all together. I think I'm going to use these 3 on top because really we need like 3 layers. I mean, you can use as many layers as you like, but I'm going to use 3 layers of color. And I do want to mention, if you're interested in these individually, of course, if you're a club member, you can get 10% off every day. Use the code TCK, but it only works if you're a club member. This one right here, there's only a very few left in the US, on the US site, but you can check that out. So they are, I believe, mix and matchable in certain ways, or however you want to, you know, use these. I think I'm going to use the Splendored set today. These are the kind of thing you're going to have to cut with like a larger machine. So let me put these to the side. And to be honest, I think it makes a quick card. I know it looks like complicated because of all this stuff, but it just feels like to me that it's going to be kind of quick. So let's open this guy up, and I hope my printer will stop spooling. I just printed a swatch chart that we'll see very soon, and it just keeps making noise. All right, yeah, so I mean, it's not the biggest die, but it's a good size, and I found my ruler, so let me measure this for you guys. And usually on the packaging it does give you some information as far as that, but I know obviously if it's not in front of you, or maybe you wouldn't be able to know. So it will cut something that's almost just shy of 9 inches big, but the die itself goes from, it's about 9 1/8 of an inch, and the largest part this way, 6 5/8, I would say, and then the inside cut line is like at 6 3/8 or so. So if that gives you an idea about how big the card is. So this is what I was trying to say. I think the reason for me it makes a quick card is because it has all the gorgeous layers. It's like a, you know, your Verso set. If you're familiar with Tonic Verso, it's just very versatile. You can put things in, you can don't use them, you can however you want to do this. But what I really love about these is that it's going to cut all of this all at once, and there's no measurements, and they can get a little tricky as far as lining them up perfectly and all that, and right there in the center, if you're into perfection, of course. But this will get it for you. And then it has a little it cuts these little holes that you can put your ribbon. I love that. So I was really excited to pick these up. And then we have the 2, and I love that they include both of them, of course, for either side, so we can run those 2 at the same time and be that much quicker. And then this whole matting area, you can use this on the inside, you can use this on a card, on a different card that you might want to make. Look at that. I mean, it's, let me see the sizing on this. A lot of mix and matchability here, and we expect that pretty much from Tonic, right? It is like 5 3/4. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Almost 6 at the very highest part. So 6 by 4. So that pretty much mats into a 5 by 7 really nicely. So, okay, what I'm going to do is look at these images. It's gonna be something like this. So I think what I'm gonna do is run the die. And I know a lot of times people want to know, like, I'm going to use the Empress because I have bigger plates. I can tell you right now, it does not fit just barely in the Gemini Junior. Ooh, sorry about that. It'll definitely fit in the Gemini. Definitely fit in the Tangerine, which is brought back to Tonic's site, so if you guys are interested in that machine. And it will fit in the Empress. I just don't know if I need to use my larger, I think I'm going to have to use the larger plates because it's going to be longer. Now, I've already shown you guys, oh, look at that, it's almost there. I've shown you guys how to use smaller plates to cut larger dies. If you have a machine, not the Gemini Junior, it's not going to be able to turn in there, but I'm going to cut this from here. And I'm going to trim this down because, of course, the paper is going to be this big. So the paper packs, again, are added into the set if you pick up all 3 creator sets. And I am kind of doing this quickly because I want to be able to alert you guys to the Wednesday deals. I'm gonna pop this through here. What I would do is put as much as you can. Of course, you put, you know, a good amount of tape so this doesn't move. You make your whole sandwich, whatever that is, whatever machine you have, if it's a smaller machine. I'm gonna put the metal shim and the magnetic shim on this one. I haven't done it yet. And then your other plate, or however it is, the sandwiches that you need, run it through, and you see this area is still sticking out. So that's why we would put tape. So when it runs through, it's gonna cut almost everything, but it's not gonna cut this portion. So when that's done, you're just gonna remove this. You're gonna move it so only that portion that's missing, that didn't get cut, is in the sandwich. That way you don't go over the same area twice in case it might shift. Put that down, run it through. You can run it through the other way, or you can put this through first because it'll just go through the area. And now you've cut out the whole thing and you didn't have to have larger plates. But I do have larger plates for this, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just gonna tape this just so it doesn't move still. We always want to do that. And when I do something like this, I try to put the tape on the parts that are gonna cut away anyway, because I don't want this tape tearing my paper so much. So like here, and here, just because this is a bigger die, I'll put a couple pieces of tape. Maybe here. And maybe one along that edge, especially if you were going to double it up, you know, run it through and then run it through again to get the rest of it if you only have smaller plates. But that's enough for now, since I do have the larger plates. And actually, I did some rearranging the other day, so I know exactly where my plates are. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through. I've been cutting on this side. I'll keep cutting on that side, I guess. And I pretty much keep the metal shim attached to my magnetic mat, and then the other cutting plate. All right, I'm gonna run this through the M-Press, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's try to get this off of here. It's really stuck to the magnet. So that's what I have noticed about the Anna Griffin M-Press. It really, the magnets actually works, you know. I know with my Gemini Junior, it's kind of just there as a shim. It's very weak in my opinion, but all right. So that's our card base, and of course, it's already scored for us. So you just carefully score along those lines. And it is just lovely. All right, so on these next few pieces, what I'm gonna do is just run them through really quickly. It looks like it all cuts out. Yeah, so we don't have to do any embossing or rubber embossing, anything like that. So what I'm going to do is take this beautiful paper, and I'm going to use this. I love this coral confetti. It is one of my favorite papers. I do not recommend using tape, or a lot of tape, maybe washi, because it is kind of a handmade paper feel, and it's very just soft. You don't really want to stick a lot of tape to this because it can tear. And so what I'm going to do is cut one of these out and cut one of these out. Okay, I'm gonna run that through. I'll probably put this through the marquee since it's small and I can hold on to it without having to put tape, just in case, so I don't tear it. So I will run, you know, this piece through, and I'll run this piece through. And then from this copper paper, Cosmic Copper, I will cut both sides, and that's just for the front. I'll cut this guy and the other one, plus the die that inserts. That way we make a really beautiful insert. Again, tape it down really well, and I'll run those through, and I'll be right back. Guys, this cuts like butter, of course. These do fit in the smaller folders. I just have the larger one, so I figured why, you know, fuss with the smaller one, because you have to get it right in there, top to bottom. But it does fit in the smaller cutting folders. And everything pretty much just falls out. I probably should have cleaned out my, well, actually, let me see here. There we go. So we have the two pieces, and then I have these two pieces. And so what I'm gonna do is just glue these together. What I do want you to notice, and they're both shiny and pretty, is that the paper did not flatten out just because I put it into a machine, you know, with all that texture that it has. So it's really great. And with this, oh, you know, I should try that spray from the Dollar Tree. Let me do that real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to put this in this box. I think a shoebox might be good. And I know people are going to tell me, go outside, so I'm turning it over. It's on the back side. This is the stuff I just picked up recently from the Dollar Tree. I do not want to spray this in front of my camera because I don't want this to waft up and get on my lens. So I'm just turning it on the back side. And I'm going to give it a little spray. That is very watery. I don't know if you can see. I can see that liquid. Smells like glue. Nothing else that's too funky or anything. Just trying to see about the... I want to see how sticky it is. Like here it's very thick. What I'm going to do is wipe a little bit of that off. It has like a yellow tone to it, as you can see. And we'll put this on here. Again, I'm just trying this out. I have no idea. So far, so good. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry or if it'll even stick, and then I might have to do it again. But I thought this was a good time to try it out. It says extra strength, acid-free, dries clear. That's what I was looking for, acid-free. I did give it a little bit of a shake before I started using it. It seems to be holding together already. So what I'm going to do is put my marquee on top of this so I can move on and spray the other piece. But hopefully that'll hold. We will see. I'm going to do the same with this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm having the second one being held down here by weights. I can see that piece is kind of trying to come up on me here. This one's obviously has had a little more time to dry, and it looks pretty good. I would say, you know, the paper is textured, so it's kind of a hard thing to say, like, as far as it's sticking, because it has ups and downs, but not bad. Even though it got kind of on the front side, I don't see it looking damaging or anything. So this is going to go here. And what I'm going to do, and then obviously the one goes on the other side, is go ahead and cut out these frames. And as you can see, because of Verso, you have so many different ways. You can use the outer, you can use the inner part. I think it cuts out on its own. So this outer piece is its own thing. This inner piece obviously has an edge, so it cuts out completely. But it'll keep the center piece there. Unless you use this piece, then you can cut the center piece out. Do you want to make a little frame that goes on top of that later? You can frame this out. This is a cut-in piece, so it doesn't cut away like out of the frame, but it'll cut into it. We have this piece, and then this even has 3 different layers to it. So I'm just going to do the basic, I think, pretty much what I just did. So this background piece, oh, you know what? If I do a background piece, you're not going to see very much of the pretty paper in the back. So let me see. Let me find my packaging really quickly. Oh, sorry. Kind of want to see what's going on the inside here. Yeah, you see a little bit of it. I suppose I could cut it away and that so it's still peeking out. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, so I know you guys like for me to not waste these pretty papers, so what I'm going to do is use this, you know, the best way, I think, the best use of this paper. And then I'm still going to cut out like this piece of it, because we won't need it. Okay, so I'm gonna make like that, so that way this piece will kind of go behind here, just behind the edge basically. This one I'm gonna cut out from the copper paper, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, look at that. Ugh. I'm telling you, you can use this on a regular card, even just for the outside, so pretty. And then this piece we can use for something else later, maybe I will, but for now we just wanted this to kind of mat behind this part. There you go, and you save that rest of it. So I am not going to spray this because I don't want the whole back to get that spray on it. Glue seems to work pretty well. Time will tell, I suppose. Okay, so what I want to do with this one is I'm just going to put glue probably on the back of my hand. Kind of funny because it does take quite a bit of glue sometimes. You think those little areas, like, oh, not much. No, it does need some glue. Before I really stick this down, I really want to pay attention. It's not a huge amount of space that you're going to have here. A little more gentle before I really push it down. All right, I'm going to hold this down for a minute. And as you see, it's a very small amount of edge. Okay, I'll be back. Oh my gosh, you guys, I found the most perfect picture to put in here. Look at the blue, really pops with the blue. Oh, okay. Apparently I never even gave these out. These are from Dorian's First Communion. How cute. He was so tiny. So then I cut a blue mat because I figured that would actually look nice too. You know, I need to put a little more glue there. So all I did with this was just these two frames, the middle one and this guy. There's a smaller frame that I can then cut this with, but this picture's a little bit too short for it, so I'm not going to use that. What I'm going to do is just cut it. I'm going to eyeball this, so I want to cut probably some of this away, but not too much of this other side because I really like having that there. So I'm going to cut this down to what I think will fit in there, and I'm not going to fuss too much with it. It's not exactly the same dimension, you know. I'll be right back. For the front, I already put some dimensional adhesive. I should have taken these things off. Oh, look at that glue. I don't know, guys. We'll see. I think maybe if it was a bigger piece, not so delicate, it probably would hold on better. I might have to do some repairs to that. Okay. So I'm going to put this... Ooh. So this stuff I'm using, the dimensional adhesive, is a little bit older, and it is super sticky. That stuff gets so sticky when it gets a little bit older. So I have to be very careful when I go to lay it down. And like I said, I might have to do some arranging here. So pretty. Oh, I love this. And then on the inside, we're just going to put this guy. I already stuck down that blue frame. Again, we cut the center out here. And I suppose if you wanted to cut the center out of this one too, you can do that. Look at those little pieces hanging on here. And if you want to pop this up too, you know, you could also get some dimension on that. Like I said, I wanted his little picture just to be there. My mom is going to love this. And guess what? This weekend when I was kind of late coming in on Saturday making a video. Was it Saturday? Yeah. You know, I called my mom and I said, you know, Dorian's going to start going to school soon. And she's fully vaccinated. It's been a few weeks since she got her second dose. I was like, Miranda's the only one that leaves the house. Matt's gone now. Do you want to come out here? And she's like, yep. So I went to pick her up. Took the kids. We went out there Friday. Picked her up and brought her here, so she's here visiting. And you know, it's been since last November. Now, I don't mean November 2020, I mean November 2019 since we had seen her in real life. So things are happening, guys. Gotta do it safely though. So anyhow, let me get this down. I'm just gonna stick it down, but again, if you want some dimension behind here, which would be really nice, I'm just going to glue that, and I'll give this to my mom and she will flip out. Now I just put this down like this. If you want to still do another mat, you can just measure the inside piece and then, you know, put another matted piece of paper in there. But for me, this is it. Oh my goodness, how cute is that, especially for this occasion right here. I can't believe I haven't given those away. I found the pack, I hadn't even cut into it. And then I'm like, oh, I should order more of them. Okay, I didn't even give away the ones I had, but now I feel like I need to have more. Okay, and the last thing, I'm just going to do it, and all I'm going to do with, I'm going to go look through my ribbon stash and find probably a brown piece of ribbon, hopefully, is I'm going to string it through here from, you know what I'm saying, come in and then string it there and tie it in a knot, not a bow. If you want the ribbon to be on either side, you know, I saw an image there where they brought it from here and then out, so you have two actual pieces of ribbon, but I'm just going to use the one piece that's going to go through both and tie it here. So that's it, guys. Really easy, I think, quick and easy. Again, you can do as much or as little as you like because you know how they do their stuff. It's always very decorative. Like even these pieces, this piece can go in here if you want to decorate the inside too. This, you know what I'm saying, this same, let me see if I can show you. Since it's the same shape, you can cut and mat on the inside too. Lots we can do, you guys. All right, I'm really excited about these. So thanks for watching. Get those Wednesday deals if you're interested, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.